In a significant diplomatic move, Bahrain has initiated talks with Iran to restore their long-broken relations. This small Gulf nation, heavily influenced by Saudi Arabia, is crucial due to its hosting of the American Fifth Fleet, responsible for regional security. Bahrain's potential rapprochement with Iran could unsettle Washington, potentially prompting interference to prevent it. Bahrain, ruled by a Sunni minority that oppresses its Shiite majority, is influenced by Saudi Arabia's anti-Iran stance. This situation aligns with broader American policies that identify regional enemies to justify military presence and security arrangements. In the Gulf, Iran has long been America's designated adversary, with US policy focusing on rallying regional opposition against Iran, supported by Israel. In response, Iran has backed various regional groups and developed its nuclear program as a counterbalance to American power. Despite arguments that prolonged US hostility towards Iran was unnecessary, such a stance has supported Washington's strategic and military dominance. Historically, once the US labels a state an enemy, changing that perception is challenging. A cornerstone of American Gulf policy has been maintaining a military presence to ensure the free flow of oil. However, anti-American dictators in the region have historically sold oil willingly, questioning the need for such protection. A significant shift occurred when China facilitated a rapprochement between Saudi Arabia and Iran, challenging the assumption that Sunni and Shiite factions are irreconcilable enemies. Bahrain's potential reconciliation with Iran indicates shifting geopolitical dynamics in the Gulf, influenced by Chinese and Russian involvement. This move likely has Saudi Arabia's approval, given its recent diplomatic warming with Iran. Such shifts echo Turkey's zero enemies policy under Ahmet Davutoglu, aimed at mending relations with neighboring countries. Washington criticized this approach, as it seemed to undermine NATO's strategy of enemy identification. Davutoglu's policy suggests that long-standing hostilities may be manageable, encouraging states to take agency in improving relations. This perspective challenges the foundation of American foreign policy, which often relies on identifying enemies to justify deeper military engagement and confrontation. Recent events bolster Iran's legitimacy as a regional actor, especially with its new BRICS membership, alongside Saudi Arabia, marking a shift in global power dynamics. While universal peace is unrealistic, it is worth aspiring for states to assume that hostility isn't inevitable and to strive for improved relations. The US, with its ideologically driven foreign policy since the Soviet Union's fall, could benefit from this approach, particularly in its relations with Russia and China. Diplomacy, designed to ease tensions, seems neglected in Washington, which often exacerbates conflicts to justify military solutions and maintain hegemony.